Hey, Kevin here. Welcome to the Claremont Classic Garage. Just making a little short video today to show you about some fun we had today scrounging and wheeling and dealing around. This here is our trusty old B3030 Kubota that we've had since new. You met that a couple of weeks ago when we did the 400-hour service on it. Or was it 300 hours? I keep getting them confused. I think it was 400 on this one. Anyway, back before I got the one with the cab, which you'll meet later, in the wintertime, I used an old truck with a snowplow on it to clean the snow. But around here, there's a lot of gravel, and I was actually plowing over the grass. And the plow, no matter how careful I was, no matter how hard I tried, it just always made a mess. So, one day I was at the auction, and I got this great big old 78-inch McKee snowblower for like cheap, because nobody wants these damn things anymore. But anyway, I was skeptical if my Kubota would run it, but lo and behold, it actually was more than capable of running it. The trick is that it's got a hydrostatic drive, so I can just creep along and let the blower take its time to deal with the snow. Anyway, it was okay, except being on an open platform tractor on a windy day blowing snow. You come in the house just soaked, frozen. It was terrible. So that's when we decided to get the Kubota with the cab on it and the front mount snowblower. This one was not really compatible with the cab because of the crank for the chute. I could have very easily put that right through the back window of it, and that would, be bad. The other problem is that this thing is so wide at 78 inches. It literally sticks out a foot from either side of the tractor, and I was always forgetting it was there. I took the handrail off the porch one day. I whacked my truck. It was just a bad situation. But I always kept it, especially since I sold the plow truck, I always kept this thing around for backup. And I told myself, you know what, we'll just keep this thing around here until we find a 60-inch blower that we can use for backup on the Kubota. So the other day when I was out, I drove past one of the local tractor dealerships, and I spotted this little 60-inch Meteor snowblower on the front row. It didn't look like it had too much use on it. It had a hydraulic chute. Looked like something I could really work with. And I guessed to myself that they would probably want about $1,500 for it. It was Sunday, or it was after hours, something. They were closed, so I couldn't stop in. So I went over there this morning to ask about it, and yeah, I was correct. They want $1,500 for it. They weren't interested in taking my old McKee in on any kind of trade, so I'm stuck selling that private or sending it to the auction. But anyway, I said, yeah, I'll think about it. And I went out and I started walking around the yard, and I'll show you what I found. I found this little 60-inch McKee blower back in Junk Box Row, where they put all the traded in crap that's ugly or banged up like this. This is both ugly and banged up. But I looked at it, 60-inch, which is perfect for my Kubota. And what I like about it is that the adjustment for the chute is vertical, not horizontal. So I don't have to worry about this coming through the back window of my cab. And not to mention, because of the orientation of this, it would be pretty easy to either power this with a little electric motor or go hydraulic. Same thing with the deflector. Pretty easy to get myself a little linear actuator and just weld one tab on there, and I can have this thing all rigged up like my front mount one is. Anyway, I went inside to talk to them about it. The drive line was missing from it. The man said they'd sell it to me for $200. And I said, hey, that seems okay to me. Let me go and have another look at it. So I went out and looked at it, and I found the drive line. It was shoved down the chute. Now, it does need U-joints, but, I'm pretty sure it's just a 1310 U-joint. Not like they're hard to find. So, for $200, I got my 60-inch snowblower. Perfect. Good for emergency backup. So, I could try a few different things now. I'm going to try running it how I've traditionally had it, with the front mount blower and the scraper blade on the back. I'm also going to try running it with this blower on the back and my dozer blade on the front. And I'm even going to try and run it with the blower on the front and a blower on the back. And we'll see which works out best. I mean, we've got a lot of versatility now. This is fantastic. It's going to take a little repairing around the edges. This will bother me, so this will be easy to straighten out, get that straightened out. The primary auger's got a few little dings in it. We can fix that all up. We'll make sure the chain is adjusted right, check all the bearings. We'll make this thing as good as new, give it a coat of paint. I'm not sure about going as far as getting it sandblasted. That might be getting a little crazy, but we can certainly stroke on a nice coat of Tremclad and have it looking way better than it does now. So that was a pretty darn good buy, I'd say. And then, to make my day even better, on the way home, I found this in somebody's garbage. How can you go wrong? What a great day. And I like this. This is an MTD. I had a Sears tractor, my very first lawn tractor. It was an MTD, and it was basically this same platform. Mine was 11 horse with a 38-inch deck. This one's a 15 horse with a 42-inch deck, but it's the same chassis, the same platform, the same drive system. These things are absolutely indestructible. Literally the best lawn tractor I've ever come across in my life. That's not hydrostatic. I like my hydrostatic gear, don't get me wrong. So anyway, it had a battery in it. I've put the charger on it. The battery by the date code is 10 years old, but it seems to be taking a charge. So while it's charging, I'm going to fiddle around, see if there's oil in it, see if there's blades on it. I'm just going to kind of give it a fast check, and then we're going to try and crank it up. Let's see what happens. So I checked the oil. It was down a little bit, so I topped that up. I put some gas in it. The gas tank didn't smell skunky at all. I'm going to take the charger off now, and we'll see if it'll crank and even start. Who knows? We'll find out maybe why these people threw it out. Maybe the engine's blown up. Who knows? But at any rate, okay. I remember how to run these. That's the brake, throttle, choke. Here we go. Okay, either the engine is seized or the battery's pooched. Let me go get my booster pack. Well, here goes nothing. That's not good. Zero compression. I think she's blown up. Fast 5 minutes with the power washer, and it's looking a lot better now. Well, the engine's still blown up, but at least you can touch it. You can get near it. So I'll when I get some time, I'll take the front sheet metal off it, pop the engine out of it, and we'll take it apart and see how bad the damage is inside. I've had these things bend push rods before, and the compression goes away, and you just straighten the push rod out, and it's okay again. So we'll see what's up with this guy. It could be terminal. It could be something we can cobble back together. Time will tell. While we wait for the little lawn tractor to dry, I'm going to get the little Kubota, and I'm going to hitch it up to this thing. I got to find a piece of 1/4-inch keyway and get the drive shaft put on it, and we'll see if this thing runs. We've got it on the 3-point hitch now. That all seemed to go good. The drive shaft is the right length. I looked down the chute. There's nothing down there that's going to get in the auger and cause problems. So I'm going to drop it down on the ground, and we'll turn the PTO on, say 3 Hail Marys, and see what happens. Are you ready? Looks good. We need a U-joint on the drive shaft. It's pretty worn, but everything seems to be turning, working okay. And we have to put a new guard on the drive shaft because that's dangerous. That was a successful test, I would say. I did find a couple of loose bolts while we were at it. The arm on the other side, that one's tight, but on this side, this arm is loose, so I'm going to tighten up them bolts, just kind of give it a fast look over and put it back out back. It's pretty much ready to go. If I really got stuck and needed it, it doesn't really have to wait till I've restored it. It could go into service tomorrow, quite frankly. One U-joint and it's all set. And I'm gonna look around if I might have a 1310 U-joint kicking around here somewhere. Here you can see the two of them side by side. The 78 is a big brute, and it's got room in the top of it if someone had optioned it out with the second auger, the second feed auger or primary auger. But the one thing that was good for, because it was so tall, was for smashing through big snow drifts. Because this thing, like I said, being hydrostatic, I could just creep it so slowly with the engine wound right out, and it would handle this snowblower. The blower never bogged the tractor down. You just had to be smart with the go pedal. But anyway, we're into a new era now with this little guy. It'll be fine, I'm sure. This one, I guess, is going to go to the auction. I don't feel like putting it on Kijiji and dealing with all of that nonsense. It's getting worse all the time on there. All in all, it was a successful day. We got our new snowblower. I've got the old one ready now to go up to the equipment auction tomorrow, and it'll be next week. It'll be auctioned off to the highest bidder, and we'll get whatever we get for it. I'll be happy with that because I got my new snowblower for $200 instead of $2,000. Can't beat that. As far as the little lawn tractor goes, it needs an engine. It's shot, or it needs some major engine repairs. My friend Frank has been looking for a little lawn tractor for a while, and I owed him a favor, so I called him up, and he's going to come and get that and see if he can find an engine for it and get it fixed up, because the machine itself is mint. And the last thing I'm doing today, I'm fixing a few lights on my trailer so I can take that snowblower tomorrow, and then that'll be it. It gets dark a lot sooner now than it did just a few weeks ago. But anyway, that's fall for you. Anyway, like I always tell you, down below there, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, share, do whatever you feel like doing. It makes me happy that you guys come here and watch these silly videos I make. And anyway, until next time, this is Kevin checking out. See you later from the Claremont Classic Garage.